threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Hello.
Hey, back to basics, buddy.
Back to the basics.
Yeah, we should have made like a...
Back to basics.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Like an 80s commercial theme song for it.
That would... Why didn't we do
Gosh,
that?
damn it. We're
we lost that one.
We're dumb. But we're
All
here
right.
anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to do another Back to Basics episode. We're about halfway through all of our cool Back to Basics series. Yeah.
Man.
It's going quick.
Everybody should have an amazing
Yeah.
bug out plan. And
Yeah.
bug out location. Hopefully you listen to those.
Hopefully you did.
But today,
right.
we are episode, I don't know, 232, 237,
around
somewhere
there.
around there. But anyways, it's the 7th episode, and today
Mhm.
we're going to talk about get home bags.
Yes, sir.
I think this applies to it, like people big time, because a lot of commuters and we live in our cars.
we do.
So we need to consider this. But, we're going to talk about why a get home bag matters on top of your bug out bag and all of that. And today, that's what we're going to get into. And I think it will be quite useful for you. So please listen.
We're so excited.
We are.
Aren't you?
I am.
You know what else I'm excited about? BattleBox. It is the monthly subscription box full of solid gear for adventure seekers, survivalist outdoor enthusiasts, and casual preppers. Each month, BattleBox sends you the coolest selection of handpicked outdoor survival and everyday carry gear, all valued at far more than what you'd normally pay. You never know what's in the next box, but here's a sampling of what users received this month. The Prepared Hero Emergency Fire Blanket.
Perfect for kitchen.
Delicious. Yeah. The Kelly Kettle Trekker. Those things are awesome.
They are.
They really are.
awesome.
All this badassness starts at just $34.99 per month. They've shipped over 1 million boxes and won Best Subscription Box of 2020. Our listeners get 15% off when you sign up at battlebox.com/casual preppers. Get your first BattleBox plus 15% off at battlebox.com/casual preppers.
Yeah. Please go do that.
You want to fill out a get home bag? Get
Seriously.
a battle box.
Seriously. It'll do it in a few, 2 months.
100%.
You probably have it all.
100%. So what is a get home bag? Because you might be wondering this. You might be like, guys, tell me what this is.
Bags.
I don't know what this bug out bag, this is EDC. No, this is called the get home bag. Sometimes you'll see it as GHB because we like to abbreviate stuff. Gub. So when an emergency or disaster strikes and you're away from your home base, that's where this plan or this bag comes into play, because your priority at that point is to get back home safely and quickly.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's mine. I guess it's not necessarily always the case, but the majority of the time you're going to want to get back home to where
Right.
your family is, right?
I would think so.
And that's where your get home bag comes in. So what is it specifically? It's a compact bag with essential survival gear designed to help you get home safely in the event of an emergency. There are things like natural disasters, civil unrest. There can even be something as simple as transportation failures, whatever that might be, and it can leave you stranded where you are. Even if your car breaks down or the roads are impassable because of storms or, crashes or whatever that is, and you have to, for some reason, evacuate on foot, your get home bag keeps you prepared to make that journey home, because it's gonna suck. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only about, maybe 3 miles from home, from work, and I don't want to make that trek. But can you imagine if you're 20 or 50 miles away from home?
Yeah.
That's like a real journey, or 100 even.
Yeah.
There's people that do that every single day. So,
I know. I'm like 30 when 2 days a week I go over.
That's right.
So I always think about man, that's a pretty long trek.
it is. And do you think you would try and cut the distance?
I think I would.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I going to get lost out here in the Book Cliffs?
I've thought about that a couple of times
Yeah.
of like how would I get home if I had to cut through this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Plus
And
you got to cut through Skinwalker Ranch.
do,
and all
like,
that
right
stuff,
through
so
Skinwalker.
Probably ain't coming home.
Nah, you ain't going to get there. So
Spaceship dropped me off.
appreciate that.
They're attacking everywhere else, but they gave me a ride home.
I just put my thumb out. They sucked me up. It's pretty nice. They suck you what? They suck me up in the airplane.
That's aliens do weird stuff.
I didn't get pro.
He just said he got sucked off.
Whoa. He got home though. So a lot of people will get this confused with a bug out bag. But look, they're different things. Because a get-home bag should be lighter, it should be more compact, and it should be designed for short-term survival and specific travel. That's where this thing comes in. You're not using this as a bug-out bag. You're not using it to sustain you for 72 hours away from home.
Right.
Even though that might be a piece of it.
I mean, it's similar,
It's very similar.
but you're not taking your bug-out bag with you all the
You're
time.
not. Well, you might. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Some people do,
true.
to be honest. But the get home bag, it prioritizes mobility because the whole point of having it is to get you from wherever you're at back home.
Yes.
Right. And so the priorities are slightly different from the bug out bag. And there's even a lot of people like me who have a get home bag / EDC bag.
I know.
Because I don't have
/ work bag. That's what mine is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all kind of like
/
combined.
hiking pack / carry on / everything. Like I use it for everything. But it's because I don't want to have 2 different bags in my vehicle or one in my, you know what I mean? It's just so much easier to have one that can kind of be utilized for everything. Anyways, so that's what your get home bag is.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about some of the items that may go into this.
This is where it gets fun.
Yeah. And it's going to be you're going to hear a lot of stuff that goes along with all the other bags, obviously.
Right.
Because you got to have water and food and all that stuff
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So, yeah, let's talk about some of the essentials that go in this bag. Number one, obviously, it's going to be centered around water.
Yeah.
You got to have it with you and a way to either collect it and drink it along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've said, it's either going to be middle of winter or it's going to be in the scorching, summer that you're going to have to travel home. And if you're walking 15 to 20 miles and you didn't collect any water from work, you're screwed.
You're done.
You're dead.
Well, and again, you don't know, maybe you're at work, maybe you're on vacation, maybe you're away, like you're on a road trip. Like you don't know where you are. You could be hundreds of miles from home.
Yeah.
Right?
So the water thing always comes into play. I mean, that's essential.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, one of the most important things is having, I always try to have readily available water. Like it's already ready to drink.
You can just open it, throw it down your gullet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have to be like, well, the first thing I go find some water. Where's a ditch?
Like everything just happened.
Yeah,
and
you're
so
like-
the first thing is I need to fill this thing up with water.
So it's nice and most convenient to just have water that's ready to drink.
I mean, hopefully, look, you're in a situation where you're at work and this happens. Fill your
And we always
water
think
up
of the
before you go.
extreme, right? It's
Yes.
always a little more extreme. We have to prepare that way.
Hopefully, you can just fill it up at work and then go if you have to. Right?
Yeah. So you need to have ways to carry water, to drink water, to purify water.
Yeah.
Like Life Straw, Sawyer Mini, all of those are so small. Like I have one on every bag I own.
You have one in every pocket right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You got them everywhere.
Everything's in line. I just got a water pouch down into my sock.
You got a pajama set. You have a shower set just in
tubing
case.
running in all my clothes.
You're kind of like Dune.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Dune.
That's exactly right. That would be an amazing suit.
It would
Just
be.
extract
For
water
sure.
from you.
Yeah.
But you never know. So having a way to purify your water along the way in a container, super important.
Great idea.
The next thing is having some food, some snacks.
You mentioned the Silcock key here. I think that's great.
Oh, I
to
didn't.
mention.
Yeah, I didn't put that on there.
You did put it on there.
I did? I couldn't remember.
You
if I
just
did.
didn't say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great
Silcock
idea.
key, again, aluminum, super lightweight, throw it in a pocket, and then you can just crack open some water from your
From an old church.
Yeah, exactly.
An old church building.
That Silcock key comes in handy.
That's holy water right there. Delicious.
Splash it on vampire if I have to.
I just soak myself before I go just in case.
You can just sweat out. If you drink holy water and sweat it out, can the vampire not
Then
eat
you can just hug a vampire. And they're dead.
and just give them a raspberry. Burn their ear right off. You like that?
Hey, like that, you
That burns.
stupid bloodsucker.
Idiot.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, and then food. Everybody has some snacks on hand, but it's
No,
good
they
to have
don't.
something like protein, trail mix, jerky, or something in your bag.
Yeah.
This isn't multiple day inch bag, but you never know how long it's going to be, so it's nice to have
That
some
depends.
snacks.
Depends on where you're at and how. If you work
If you're
3 hours from
walking
home,
100 miles, you're going to want some food.
want something to eat.
So MREs are easy.
Yeah.
They have all the calories you need, and they store longer, and you don't have to think about them. They're down deep in your bag.
I don't like to think about stuff.
Electrolyte mix.
Yeah.
Your you're walking across the desert or wherever, you're going to dehydrate.
Yeah.
So you want to have something like Element in your bag.
Everybody
Make
should
water.
have these in all of their kits.
They
They,
really
should
should.
have hydration pack. Like it's
Water
stupid
gets
not
super
to.
boring.
It
and
is.
if you're pulling it from a river or like a pond, it's
Yeah.
like you're going to have a weird flavor.
You might.
Your filter isn't going to knock that flavor out. So
Yeah, well, and just having the extra electrolytes, like, why wouldn't you?
yeah, seriously, they don't weigh nothing.
Nah.
Tiny.
Nah.
The next thing is weather and shelter. You might have to stay overnight as you're trying to get home, and so it's nice to be comfortable and out of the elements, either protection from sun or cold or rain, all of that stuff. So an emergency blanket or bivy sack, like the bivvy's nice because it's all packed away in a little Ziploc bag type thing. You just throw it in a pocket.
Those emergency blankets, trying to keep them on top of you,
Yeah.
they just like float away half the time. Like the bivy sack's nice because you can get in.
That's a UFO.
Nah, that's just my blanket.
That's exactly what it looks like.
I know
too.
it does. It looks like the Roswell UFO stuff that they
It
had
does.
found.
That's a weather balloon. Don't worry about it.
That's just my blanket. Dang it.
Yeah. So the bivvy's nice because
Yeah.
it's like more flexible.
Yeah.
And it's still reflective and it's already made into a
Get
sack.
inside.
And it's already made into a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't even bother with emergency blankets, to be honest with you. You can buy like 50 for $1.
Oh, you
but
definitely can.
yeah, get the bivvy.
Yeah.
A poncho is nice too. The bivvy can dual as a poncho.
Yeah.
Poke your arms through the holes in the bottom.
Poke your legs through the bottom. Put it on upside down.
It's like a
Poke
sack
hole.
race with your bivvy on.
You look like, I don't know, a big moving burrito or something.
Yeah, so you could do that, or you could just add some rain gear to your bag.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about this, like customizing your bag for the season.
Yeah, for
Warm hat, gloves, and things like that, depending on, or you want to have shorts and something breathable if you're going to be walking home in the middle
jorts.
of 100 degrees, or jorts.
Or cut off jeans.
Forgot about those.
Yeah.
Now, moving on to clothing and footwear.
Yeah.
So I think, and mentioning that again, it's like, I think this area gets overlooked. It's like you go to work in a suit and, your nice dress shoes, and you don't have anything additional in your car or in your bag.
You look good, though.
Yeah, you do. But it's
Women
like,
go crazy for a sharp dress, man.
yeah. But walking 30, 50, 60 miles in business cash isn't going to be that fun.
No.
So you do want
Gonna
to
ruin your suit.
add some different clothing.
And I only got one suit.
Yeah.
And I'll ruin it.
There's my safari suit.
It's my get home suit.
Okay.
It's my get home suit.
Oh, like got molly webbing on the insides of your. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and I already got like my tubing, my
don't they
doom
have a suit
tubing
that-
everywhere coming up in my nose.
What do you want? Look at it. I got a salesman out
I got
there.
bivy
crossing-
sacks. Yeah, I got blankets. I got MREs.
Imagine coming across someone sleeping in a bivy sack in a suit. What's going on here?
The hell happened, boy?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Surviving. Don't worry.
You're not prepared? I am. But yeah, so but it gets overlooked because you do have to have nicer, more comfortable, and safer clothing if you're going to be traveling or getting home. Like, think about it. Extra socks, wool or synthetic.
That's huge.
Those just dress socks don't work very good.
They're horrible.
Yeah.
Actually, horrible.
And then a better set of shoes, probably the most important thing.
It is.
It's like,
big deal.
Again, traveling through the snow in, like, look, I got these like Amazon $2 shoes. Ain't going to make it very far.
Probably not.
And then gloves. You may have to be working on your vehicle or just traveling in the cold weather. It's nice to have some gloves. Maybe you're going to punch stuff on the way. Get in a fight. It's a lot safer if you have gloves on.
Put your dukes up and put on my gloves.
Why? Fire making tools. It's like the easiest thing to carry. And you never know when you want to start a fire, just to have that stuff ready.
You're right.
If you're going to stay overnight, cook stuff, maybe you're going to signal because things went south super fast. But get a Bic lighter and throw it in your bag. Doesn't cost hardly anything, and it can start multiple fires.
Yeah.
Found that out as a kid. You can start a lot of fires with it.
You get millions of fires almost. Never
in
ending.
all kinds of different places.
Yep.
If you're going to go, and then having like 2-3 different methods to start a fire, your lighter, ferro rod, and get whatever you want. That, like, there's a lot of different ones. And then if you get waterproof matches, man, just get the Zippo Typhoon matches.
They're the best.
They're so good.
Second to none.
It's like a firework and a match all in one.
That's right.
So yeah, and then some fire starting material is nice to have.
It's essential, I think.
I think so too.
I think it's essential.
You think you can start a fire, but
You're wrong.
you never know.
It's so hard to start a fire sometimes.
Conditions may be horrible.
Yeah.
Cotton, the saturated cotton is probably one of the best. And
That's
then
great.
tinder tabs, the rope is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So throwing some of that either, in your bag or having it available to put in your bag is a good idea. First aid.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of little kits. It's nice to have a little first aid kit in your get home bag. You're going to be crossing all kinds of weird terrain, possibly, or riding with weird people. You're going to wash your
Skinwalker
hands.
rashes all over you.
Yeah, exactly. Burn marks from being sucked up into the spaceship and brought home.
That's a suck up mark from the spaceship.
Yeah, I got ointment on it. Don't worry.
I put a little ointment. Triple antibiotic ointment.
But probably the most important thing is if you take prescription medications daily and you're trying to get home, it's going to take you a few days. You better have some on hand.
Get that sucker.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Tools, multi-purpose gear is always the best. Like a multi-tool like the Leatherman or Swiss Army knife, something that can allow you to cut your nails, pick something out of your tooth, and you could also
fix a moped.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ought to. You need to.
You never know. You might want all of that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is you can buy a tool that will allow you to do all that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Other things to have like paracord, can fix and repair things, maybe even fish with it, depending on the type. Or you can start fires with it too.
Sure.
And then like some repair, like you can get like when we talk about these multi-tool, I always forget the name. It's like Exotech, isn't it? The one that you can wrap the duct tape around, and it has a spool of.
Pretty sure it's Exotech rip spool.
It's such a cool little item that you can just put in your bag that has like 3 to 4 different purposes. It's super nice.
Yeah, rip spool.
Yeah, that one's cool.
It's called.
So it has a little duct tape on it, and then it has like some thread that you can like heavy duty thread, almost like paracord. But anyways, something like that, super useful, nice and compact. Put it in your bag. Light navigation, super important to have some sort of flashlight. Headlamp makes
Just
it
get
the
a headlamp.
easiest because you can just keep going, have it on your head, don't have to stop, pick it up. It's great. I love the BioLite one.
Yeah, it's great.
It's adjustable, has multiple settings. Battery lasts forever.
I also like the light band.
Oh yeah,
Is nice.
yeah, because
It's that
like especially if you're hiking
wide.
at night, you don't really need a beam.
Yeah.
You just like want to make sure you don't trip over something.
Exactly.
And then other things like it's nice to have a compass if you're not familiar with the area, or a map of ways to kind of go around different obstacles and problems along the way. Communication. So this is
tough.
probably one of the most important things. You always have your phone on you, typically. So you want to kind of structure all of your like batteries and things like that to charge that phone.
Yeah.
To communicate with your family, let them know where you're at, where you're going. And some of the newer phones even have satellite ability.
Yeah.
So it's like you can still send messages. So that's going to be like your primary communication. Always will be.
It's going to get easier and easier with like Starlink and stuff
Yeah.
happening with these phones.
So basically structure your communication around keeping your phone charged.
Yeah.
So portable battery charger, a power bank, different cables and things like that. I always have billions of that crap, like those things in my bag. And then consider even like a small GPS device.
Sure.
Or you can have a plan like you have a 2-way radio that's off, and at home, if something happens, remind your wife or your kids, go turn that on. It's going to be on the right station or the right channel, and you'll just be able to communicate when you get within distance.
Yeah.
Or they can just go outside and hold it up and wait till you get closer.
Exactly.
Just a backup emergency communication plan is super important with this.
And again, maybe you're doing smoke signals. Be like, I'm going to start a fire.
Yeah. So a mirror and a whistle and things like that are important too.
Yep.
So, and then personal items. And this would be probably one of the biggest things in here is cash. You never know if it's going to be like a total grid down and you're still going to use your vehicle to get home. You didn't fill it up. Like maybe you could still pump some gas somewhere or buy some gas if you have cash, or you can buy some food, or you can buy a place to stay. But having cash on hand is always one of the most important things for a prepper.
The new Civilization came out. You could maybe buy that on your way home. Just
Got to
in
have
case.
something to do.
Gotta have something to do.
Yeah. And then a copy of your ID
Mm.
or a passport copy if you're in some other country or something like that working. I don't know. Emergency contacts and medical information should be on that too. Your phone can contain a lot of this. It's accessible without logging in, without using the PIN or face. Maybe they can use your face, get in there.
Yeah.
But this is, and some people might not agree with this, but having like a number to contact in case of an emergency, it's like, well, I don't want whoever murdered me to
call
get
my
my
wife.
wife's phone number.
Yeah.
Take her out. Makes him. There's a good movie right there.
Yeah. Just write it. I'm ready.
But having a number to contact your family in case something happens to
Yeah.
you, it's just part of that whole emergency ID and stuff like that. And then personal protection, having pepper spray or a stun gun or something on hand in case you encounter buttholes.
Or an actual gun.
An actual gun.
Gun.
And then other things you could consider is maybe a cache along the way. If you're like,
That's a great
there is
idea.
a good chance that I'm going to have to travel. I'm going to, go bury a cache somewhere that's halfway between me and my house.
That's actually a really good idea.
So-
I think if you're gonna have a cache.
So yeah, it's outside of the bag thing, but it's like it just supplements the whole system.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of the basics of the bag.
Yeah.
But
You can put whatever you want in it.
you really can't put whatever you want. But
Spare
those are
tire.
kind of the things you should be considering because of what you have to do with this bag.
Yeah.
Right.
And some people might put like transportation, items in there, rollerblades or a foldable scooter.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
things like that. They could
never
be
know.
part of your get home bag.
Yeah. I do have to tell you about Element, though, because if you didn't know, electrolyte deficiency or imbalances can cause headaches, cramps, fatigue, and weakness. And as people who want to be prepared and ready for anything, the last thing you need is something that will slow you down when you need to be ready the most. That's why we at Casual Preppers have teamed up with Element. It is a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing that you don't. We think Element is perfect for bug-out bags, get-home bags, and EDC kits because it contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Casual Preppers listeners can get a free Element sample pack when you make any purchase through our exclusive Casual Preppers link. That is one packet of every flavor, every single time you use our link. First time, second time, 100th time, but you have to use our link. Go to drinklmnt.com/casualpreppers. Get your order and your free sample pack with any purchase. That's drinkelement.com/casualpreppers.
Go get it.
It's perfect for
It's all
these
part of
bags.
this bag.
It's perfect. So, when you are building your get-home bag, this isn't just a one-size-fits-all solution. Don't just listen to all the things that Cam said and said, okay, putting that
Don't
stuff
listen
in
to
there.
anything I
Don't
said.
listen to, here's a good idea. Don't ever listen to anything Cam
Here's a
says.
tip.
Here's a prepper tip for you. Don't listen to Cameron.
Yeah.
No, but you don't want to just say, Cam said I need this. This is what I'm going to put in. You need to customize this bag to your specific needs and your specific situation. And there's just some other things you need to consider when you're building the bag. And the number one is choosing the right bag. It should be compact and easy to carry for miles. You do not want to get one of those gigantic, like hunting packs.
It sticks like
Yeah,
a foot above your head.
It's too much. You need to get something that is, it's just smaller. It's more compact. Something around like the 20 to 25 liter backpack is a really good place to start looking. Because you just don't have unnecessary stuff in there at that point. You have to be
exactly.
very specific with the gear that you put in, and it's not going to be too heavy for you.
Right.
Stuff gets heavy.
And if
man.
you're leaving it in your trunk or you're at work, you don't
Yeah.
want this gigantic bag taking up all the
like
space.
you don't want to like rent a storage unit just to put your bag in and then have to go over there to get it when you're ready, right?
Yep.
Also, durability is obviously very important. You have to have something that's water resistant, that has lots of compartments, and it's made of high quality materials and from a reputable manufacturer.
I would agree.
It's something like this. You don't want to use that Walmart bag that was like $18.
Yeah.
You know, probably not going to make it the entire journey, unfortunately. So you got to get something that's high quality materials, reputable manufacturer, and it's comfortable. And usually when you go up to one of those manufacturers, it gets way more comfortable the higher price these things get. Padded straps, breathable back panel, all that kind of stuff is going to make your trek much easier. It's also you need to keep it very organized inside. A messy bag wastes time. It's going to slow you down from getting home. It's going to make the trip much harder. So use things like pouches inside to keep your items sorted. Use Ziploc bags for different kits to keep them dry and together, especially if you got a kit that's like a hygiene kit or something with soap or toothpaste, and it's going to open up and then everything's got soap on it or toothpaste. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Put it in a Ziploc bag, then it's going to, that's much better. Also, prioritize easy access for water and first aid and flashlight. Those things you're going to need.
Yeah, you're going to get to quick. Yeah.
You don't want it at the very bottom underneath everything, right? And then pack it
Just tie
smartly.
it all together so when you pull the flashlight out,
Everything
your water
comes.
comes. And
Yeah, that's right.
Protein
Wrap
bar.
it around your neck and go. The biggest thing, here's the thing that is the most important thing to consider, is you need to customize your bag to match your daily routine, your environment, and your personal needs.
Yeah.
If you're somebody who's commuting long distances, and I think that's really like anything over like 15 miles is a long distance to have to trek.
It's why there's no like pre-built get home bags.
Exactly. I mean, you might be able to find them,
I'm
but
sure
they're
you can.
not going to be customized
But
the way
don't do
you
it.
need. No. So if you are commuting long distances, you have to consider that. So you need to add extra water. You need to add probably an extra meal to that because you're going to get hungry. I'm hungry every 2 hours.
I'm hungry right now.
I'm hungry all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to consider that for those long distances. You also need to consider the climate that you live in. Do you live in cold weather? You need to pack extra gloves and, extra blankets or hats and all that kind of stuff. Is it hot weather? Extra hydration, more element, more sun protection, whether that be, sunglasses or hats or sunblock.
Sunblock.
Or you can live where we are, where it's both of these things.
Yeah. You'll get to work and it's negative 50 and on
Yeah.
the way home you're sweating to death.
Exactly. So you really have to consider those things. And then Cam had mentioned this briefly, but you have to really look at those essential items specific to you, namely prescription meds.
Yeah.
If you have to go 2 or 3 days
I
without
guarantee you no one carries those around with them and it's like,
no,
you're screwed.
you're screwed if it's something that you have to have daily. So have a couple extra in this pack, depending on how long you think it's going to take you to get home. So look at those things. So really, like the best get home bag is one you've actually thought through, you've packed, you've tested it. And so just make sure that yours is ready before you need it.
Yeah. I think it totally has to be a customized bag
I agree.
for you and where you're going.
100%.
So
One other thing I do want to add, though, we don't talk about this much, but when you're getting your get home bag together, look at a get home plan.
True.
At the same time, right? What is it? Basically,
not just you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a strategy for returning home safely. Some things to include in it are routes. So have like 2 different ways to get back home from work. You know what I mean? Considering whatever the obstacles are that might, come into play there. Consider your communication. And these are things that Cam have talked about putting in your pack, but you also have to have a plan on how you're going to use that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Decide how you're going to check in with your family. And your transportation, think beyond the cars. Is it going to be walking? Is it going to be biking? Are you going to try and get a bus? Good luck with that, right? And also have that local knowledge, know your area's risks, and have an updated plan for those things. I think really you could go look at something like the Mad Gear Co. planners to utilize for something like this because those things are awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
Use our code for that discount, by the way.
Great idea. Yeah. No use in getting home if your home's gone because no one knew where you were and what your plan was. So some of the mistakes to avoid and lessons learned. So common mistakes, overpacking. Just like with the bug out bag, it's easy to just go over the top. You're like, I might have to have a rope ladder, so I'm going to put it.
I need 2 grappling hooks because one is none and none is one or done. I don't know.
3 is mine and yours is 4.
4 is 10 and 10 is 1.
Only preppers understand it.
I don't do math well.
Yeah. So overpacking, by far, one of the easiest things to do. Next, for getting season adjustments like we've talked about, winter, summer, you've got to tweak your bag for that.
Spring, fall.
Yeah, those 2 are a mess, so we don't even plan for them.
No.
Not considering your commute. Like, every day you take this, like, journey to work, and have you considered walking it?
Taking a journey to work, baby.
Yeah. It's like, have you considered like what way you would come home? I do. Like when I'm driving, I'm always like, I'll cut through that way. But then there's a river. How am I going to get across the river? And then I'm like halfway out in the borrow pit. Cross the.
I'm gonna caulk the wagon and float across the river.
I'm hiring an Indian.
That's right.
That's what I always
probably
did.
could
It
out
was
here.
the safest thing to do. You could.
Yeah.
Native American. Excuse
Native
me.
American.
And so yeah, when you're like in your commute, like think through it and think of what you might run into and how you would gear up for it.
Number one, pay attention to the road, but also
Exactly.
think about your.
You might be a carpool, so you just stare out the window and think about your journey home on foot.
Yeah.
Choosing an impractical bag, one that's
Yeah.
too big or doesn't have like a good way to organize it, is uncomfortable.
Stupid
Don't waste
looking.
your time on that.
Yeah.
Failing to rotate the supplies, obviously, just like every other bag, you put
Yep.
stuff in there and you don't look at it ever again. Now your shirt doesn't fit, your shoes are too small, and your water's expired.
Not good.
Then no plan for using the bag. It's like you just throw something together and stick it in there,
How the hell am I going to use this?
and you don't like have a plan that goes along with the bag. It's kind
Yeah.
of more what I meant.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's just the get home plan.
I
Right?
put my arms in the front, wear it on the front.
I'm wearing this thing on my feet. Not practical.
Yeah.
Not practical.
But you got to have a plan that goes along with it
Yeah.
for your family and, even for workplace, whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
if I don't show up, I'll be there 2.5 hours. I've walked it before.
Yep.
Don't go send out a search party. Just getting sucked up by aliens.
That's right.
They'll drop me off.
They'll get me home.
And then not keeping it accessible.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's in your trunk. You never know. You might not be able to get into that trunk.
You might have too much junk
or
in
you
your trunk.
put it in, yeah. So, and then ignoring comfort.
Yeah.
It's always nice to walk a long distance with nice gear and nice clothes, nice socks.
No one's ever accused me of ignoring comfort. I'll tell you that.
But it's important. Like a lot of people
Yeah.
sacrifice. They're like, it's cheaper just to
Yeah.
wear these. Don't do that. The other thing is like hygiene and things like that are important to remember. No
yeah.
one wants to hike with fuzzy teeth
No, yeah, I don't think so.
or jerky stuck in their teeth.
Jerky stuff?
Jerky stuck in their teeth.
Stuck. I love jerky
You eat
stuff.
that jerky and you're like, I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah.
I think
these are-
jerky stuff is a great item
Jerky
to
stuff?
put in your
Yeah,
gut. Yeah.
That's true.
Pull on right there.
Is that like stuff that
It's
comes
a
from the
chew.
Copenhagen?
Looks like chew.
Yeah.
I love that stuff so much when I was young.
I did too.
Suck on
You
that
know,
all
it's
day.
like a quarter of an ounce of jerky that they
There's
shredded
no
and
jerky.
fluffed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put a little pepper on it.
Do they make that anymore?
I haven't seen it, but
God,
they probably
so
do.
good,
That
man.
was good stuff.
Loved it.
You just suck on it. It's like cotton.
Oh gosh, yeah. I would suck on it. I'd get it and it'd be gone in like 2 hours.
I would always get it when I go snowboarding because it was
Yeah.
like perfect. Just keep it in there.
Mm,
That's good.
delicious.
Go get you some right
I
now.
wonder if they could be a sponsor. Oh, we should reach
We
out.
should
to
reach
them.
out like King Bee and like
I don't know.
all
They
the
are.
other jerky places.
Whatever jerky.
What's the
Whoever
name?
makes jerky stuff, send them our
Jack
way.
Links.
Jack Links, yeah.
Yeah.
Send them our way.
Yeah, please. But some other pro tips: practice.
Makes perfect.
Just walk home with your get home bag on. But no, like
Babe, where are you?
go through
Practicing.
it, understanding the plan. Rucking with your get home bag is a good idea.
for sure.
You can kind of fill the weight, see if the bag works for you,
Mm-hmm.
and keep it light and mobile. Again, this isn't an inch bag. You're not going to live out of this thing. It's
No.
just to get you home or to a safe location.
Yeah.
Like your bug out bag, but one that you typically will have with you more often.
Yeah.
So, and then test and inspect the gear that you have in it. See if it works. See if you can find something better. See if the batteries die just sitting there, because that's a possibility too.
Happens.
Yeah.
I have to tell you about Mad Gear Co.
Yeah,
We
you
talked
just
about
did.
them
You
already.
just did.
But they're redefining preparedness with their contingency planner. It is a must-have tool for anyone serious about being ready. Whether it's a hurricane, power outage, wildfire, or unexpected emergency, this planner is built to help you organize every detail of your plan. It's not just a notebook, it's a durable step-by-step guide for organizing your emergency plans. From food storage and water supplies to communication strategies and evacuation routes, it ensures nothing is overlooked. Proudly 100% made in America, the contingency planner features tough, weather-resistant right-in-the-rain paper that stands up to water, dirt, and the elements, and with Mad Gear Co. being family and veteran-owned, you're supporting American craftsmanship and values. Be ready for whatever comes your way. Visit madgear.shop to grab your contingency planner today. Mad Gear Co., redefining preparedness for one SHTF. Use our code Casual Preppers to get that sweet, sweet discount.
That's cool.
Yeah, man, their stuff is so awesome.
Yeah, that's a
you
great
gotta
one
get
for
some
your
stuff.
bags.
Yeah. So let's recap, you guys. Build a lightweight portable bag with the essentials to help you get home safely. Customize it. This is so important. Customize it to fit your daily commute, your climate, and your personal needs, and keep it updated. That sounds like a real word.
It did, actually.
We updated the back end of the rotary girder, and so I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Updated.
Yeah, updated it and let all the
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So swap it out,
couldn't even bring anything into it.
Seasonal gear. Check expiration dates. Make sure everything is in working
Yeah,
order.
perfect.
Here's a challenge for all of you listening.
Okay.
Right now. Take some time this week. Build or review your get home bag. Just do it, you guys. Stop being lazy. Get up. Build your bag.
Here's your reminder.
Yeah. Walk through your daily commute. I mean, you don't have to actually walk through it, but what happens on this commute? Consider how you'd get home if disaster struck.
Yeah.
If it happened, how are you going to get there? What obstacles might you face along the way? What gear would help you get through those obstacles? Take at least one step this week towards your get home plan and your get home bag. Just do it. One step.
It didn't take very long.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Super easy. So anyways, let's get home bag, guys.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I like
that one.
Hey, we also have the latest battle box today.
Love that even more.
Beautiful stuff here in the latest battle box. So, what does we have? This is Mission 120. So this is the 10-year anniversary, Cameron, isn't it? Yes.
Is it really?
120 divided by 10, 12. Yes. I'm doing math over
That's
here.
crazy.
10 years.
One is none and none is one.
Exactly. Exotac Fire Sleeve Mini. I have the Exotac, the big one. I'm super stoked to get the mini.
So this is for them up.
I know. This is for the mini Bics.
That's cool.
This friggin' awesome. So it basically
Some of you have some mini Bics.
mini Bics.
So
then we have the Dextreme fire plugs. These things will
just
start
talk about
a
these
fire.
too. Put
So
these
look,
in
man,
your get home bag.
we already have 2 items for your
Yeah.
get home bag here already. The Uberleben Zunden Ferro Rod. I love Uberleben ferro rods. These things are beastly. And again, another item for your get home bag.
It is perfect. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
That's a big old rod.
Yeah, suckers. Beastly. And then we have the advanced box, the prepared home emergency fire blanket. I've actually been wanting one of these for a long time. I'm really stoked to put this in my kitchen.
Yeah, that's it really is the best thing for your kitchen grease fires. No.
Just pull that sucker out and put it over. And
Yeah. Put
it's
it over
done.
yourself and you can walk out.
Roll out the door. And then we have the Prepared Hero Dual Spray Protection Kit. This has the Dry Stop fire spray and the Vapor Clean fire spray.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, I love this stuff. This is like some
I
of
need
my
to put a
favorite
sticker
items.
on there. This is for this and this is for this.
I know, exactly. Then we go to the Pro Box and we have the Kelly Kettle Trekker Camp Kettle and Hobo Stove. If you have never used a Kelly Kettle, these things work so well to boil water when you're out camping. They're the best.
Yeah, I never even heard of them until Battle Box.
Yeah, exactly.
And
now we love them.
It's so awesome. Yeah.
We have a couple of them.
Genius.
Now we go to the Pro Plus, and we have the Civivi Cloud Peak Fixed Blade. Cam was eyeing this blade. He's
Dude,
like,
I love
like
Civivi
this
stuff.
thing. I
They
do
make
too.
some really fancy.
They have
knives.
great stuff, don't they? Anyways, that is the latest Battle Box. Use our code Casual Preppers, and you're going to get 15% off your first box. We're excited about that.
Dummy, go get it.
Go
then
get
you
it.
have half your bags built.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Please follow us on all the socials. Please go see us on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and I don't know, X. We're at X too.
Oh yeah.
Make sure to go check out our other podcast. This podcast is a secret because we got some really cool stuff happening over there as well. Just releasing the Loch Ness Monster episode.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That one was cool.
Good
yeah.
stuff. Anyways, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Stay survived.